Hello again, to back with another Egg Cup update, and today's actually gonna be the last one because I ended up losing this one. DeadFS is a very good player, I will say, like insanely good player. There we go. That's what I want. But yeah, just like his elo is great, his win loss is great. Like he actually hasn't played Fog ever. That's interesting. Not that it matters, because today we are playing a... I guess this is more of a mix between standard and high funds. It's semi-high funds. And it has all COs allowed. So the funny thing here actually is like this tier list is completely fucking useless. Because it doesn't take into account anything really. Like, so Brush with Life here is a very weird map. You have one base here versus these two bases, but it is possible to get in like an early push against the base here, especially if you have something like Javier's defense bonuses from having 2 or maybe even 3 comm towers. Like, if the thing about Javier on this map that makes him kind of busted is that the comm towers are very easily contestable. Meaning that if he is able to put enough resources into capturing the enemy's comm tower here, or here, and he's able to take control of 3 comm towers, he's gonna win. Basically, no matter what, because that's 30% defense with even just his normal power. That's 60 defense. Which, if you add that to an HQ ordinarily, that's 100% defense, meaning you can literally not interrupt his cap. So that's part of why Javier is it's so annoying, because comm towers just if you're in a 2 comm tower map like this one, like, yes, there's 4 comm towers, but it's a 2 comm tower map per player. But if it's a 2 comm tower map with contestable comm towers like this, like, no, this is Javier's bread and butter. The other thing that makes him pretty good in this map is that you have this missile here that's automatically in range of your airport. With Javier's normal power, he can just build a battlecopter there and it won't take any damage. And he only needs excuse me. Oh man. He only needs like 2 comm towers in order to get that rolling. So that makes him very busted in this map. He's definitely higher than Tier 2 here. So yeah. Another CO that would be pretty good would be Sturm. Like, I don't think he'd be as good as Javier, because obviously Javier doesn't have the Javier in this map can get the same defensive bonuses without the massive air power drawback. But what Sturm can do is he can move in with like recons and tanks pretty easily. Like, it's planes, so you can move in fairly easily with tanks anyways. But if he just spams like recons, he could potentially overwhelm this fairly easily. So that's an interesting strat. I'd say Sturm's not the best though. Neither's Von Bolt. I'd say Javier's the best, and then a close second would actually be Kanbei, surprisingly enough. Because Kanbei gets 30% extra attack defense, and with Samurai Spirit that's boosted to 50%. So it's a little less good than a Javier normal power. But if you do... Well, actually, let's do this first. So, missiles, 2 comm towers into 2 comm towers. So that's what it does. Like, his battle covers are actually able to survive a missile. with new comp towers. With the power up, it's nothing. It's insane. If we go to Kanbai, where is he? I'm literally blind. There he is. It's gonna be doing a lot more. So obviously, like, the indirect damage reduction is something that Javier can take a significant advantage of, but Kanpai is still pretty good because it's semi-high funds. That makes it so that Kanbai can sort of play this normally, actually. Like it's a normal map. Because he has so much more money than normal. With an extra 50% income, he can actually pay for stuff fairly easily. Of course, he can't get like the super expensive units out like his opponents are going to be able to, but he can still play this map normally. Another person that could be okay is Hachi. The only thing is like Hachi's units, like he'll be able to like swarm you and stuff. He'll hit like half price mega tanks and stuff, so that's very good. The only issue is that like with Javier's, like, if we go Hachi into Javier on even a lab, but like with the HQ it'd be pretty good as well. Like, let's go Mega Tank into that. Like, it doesn't even one-shot. With 2 comm towers, it doesn't even one-shot. Like, what? And if he has his power-up, if he has his super power-up, it's literally doing nothing. Like, what? What is this stupid nonsense? This is Javier on crack. Is 2 comm tower bases, 2 comm tower maps like this. And the fact that it's contestable makes it so that he can snowball pretty easily as well. So basically, the main thing that you want to do in this map is either have an opponent who doesn't pick Javier, in which case you basically get a free win. Or if you're playing against Javier, you basically want to rush this contested comm tower as soon as you can. From here, you can like build a black belt fairly easily, and you can ferry out infantry and mechs and stuff to deal with vehicles if you send them this way. So that's all good. And it's basically just going to come down to who controls the comm towers. Because that's how crazy Javier is popping up. So I guess we can get started with the match that may as well. So as you can see, like with high funds, having the extra 2 extra 2 infantry capping stuff really early is very. It's gonna lead to giving so much extra money. Like, I will say, making it semi-high funds, I might have wanted to get rid of one of these extra infantry because it's a little bit unbalanced. Like, I should have definitely, like, I made the match, so I definitely should have. In hindsight, I definitely should have picked player 2 strategically. But yeah, so obviously going for the bases first. As you can see here, like, we're actually fairly close in income. Like, he's taking the lead a little bit earlier than I am. So it's gonna even out, sort of. No, not really. Like, look at how much better his capture game is than me. I will say, yeah, it's Javier things, player 1 things, so that's fun. Already going from a black belt turn, I think that was like 4, because it's super important to do this early on, and if you aren't able to make this push here, it's basically GG. So that was my thoughts going into this. He's also doing the same sort of thing. I'm building a recon here, so instead of actually going for basically a blitz into this for no reason, my opponent's going for, he's just moving it around to take care of this city first. I think it's smart. If I had just left my infantry like that, honestly, I feel like I would have been able to do a lot better here, because then he wouldn't have been able, well, you'll see in a second. But So I move on to the forest here, and what that allows him to do is move in and like completely eliminate my cap here. So if I had just left my infantry on the plains here, I would still have the cap going on here. I'd have maybe a four or five health infantry here. And I could have joined cap next turn. And in addition to that, like I would have been able to move in with this as well. So I would have been able to just drop off enough fresh infantry here, so it would basically be the same sort of thing. I'm not sure if I would have been able to get the cap there, but that would have been a substantial thing. But because I wasn't able to do that, and like look, this is with just 10% firepower as well. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad against extra defense. So, like, my normal playstyle is to just interrupt caps as much as I can early on, but like against extra defense, you cannot do that. It just does not work. You can't. It will not, which is unfortunate, honestly. Yeah, so he takes out my second infantry there as well, and I forgot. I just left this mech stranded here, so like that was another big mistake on my part. And the other thing is, like, he's got these shoals walled off, like, perfectly, so I can't drop my infantry off here even if I wanted to. So very good moves from him. But, like, look at how much... I feel like, honestly, I should feel like I should be doing a lot more here. And that's what happens when you're going against extra defense. Like, this is basically a forest. It looks like a plains tile, but it's a forest for Javier with one comm tower. And the thing that makes Javier crazy with two comm towers is with just two comm towers, basically every plains tile is turned into a city. Every city is turned into a super mountain. Like, ridiculous. Like, yeah. And it's just impossible to fucking chew through any of that. So in a Javier mirror match like this, it's just completely dumb. And like that's a good shot there. That's a pretty good engagement there, but I only have the one comm tower. He's gonna have two next turn, so he's gonna be able to actually push through that. If I remember correctly. So he's taking out my infantry as well. Taking out my tanks, and like at this point he's won. He's got a Neo tank on his base. I can't really do much here. Like, I'm gonna take the income lead here temporarily, but like we're gonna be basically tied on income, and because he has so much extra value out, like I'm not gonna be able to push through that at all. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, that's the main reason why I actually resigned, actually, honestly. Like, he has tower shield here as well, and like with two comm towers, tower shield makes it so that like on plains even, he's at 50% defense. Like, that's better than a normal mountain. And it's just like on plains. It's like, what? Javier, why are you so stupidly busted? But yeah, so I could have, if I wanted to, I could have fought more, but like, honestly, he's already he's basically 2 turns in income ahead of me at this point. Well, in value ahead of me, he's got an extra 9 units. Like, I'm not going to be able to take up bridge that gap at all. Like, I have an extra 3k income right now, but he's going to be able to retake that next turn, so it's going to be an even income lead, and he's going to have more. He just has more stuff already, so. Good game, honestly. My opponent played super well, as you'd expect from someone of that high of an elo rating, so. Yeah. Oh, also, freaking. Like, yeah, 12. 12% damage to that bomber. Like, Javier is just incorrect on this map. It's stupid. Honestly, if it's Javier versus Javier, whoever gets for Tower Shield proc first and gets a nice, decent push out of it, honestly, is probably going to end up winning. So, on the off chance that you make it to round 6, keep that in mind. Yeah, honestly, like I'm sort of regretting not doing at least one practice match on this map, but I don't think it would have ended up mattering in the end. But it could have been more of a drawn out battle than 11 days, maybe. But anyways, so that's it for my Egg Cup run. This is the last episode, obviously, of the Egg Cup series. So after that, I'm going to be going back to my normal road to 1K, or my Global League series. So if you're interested in more just, I guess, just ranty Advanced Wars by Web replays, like right now my rating is 1070, so that's sort of going to be the level of game you can expect. I'm going to be releasing another episode of that every Sunday as well, so yeah. And I think I basically covered every match for a while, but I'm gonna skip a few. I'm gonna just be doing the important ones. It's stuff that I find interesting. Like if it's a 6-day match like this one, where I just, or an 11-day match even, or a 7-day match, I'm chosen. Like I'm probably not gonna end up showing those off to you. But anyways, if you're interested in that type of content, do like, subscribe, and all that other nonsense. And I will see you Sunday probably. I'm gonna get a new thumbnail and stuff out for that, so that'll be fun. See you guys then.